So I have just received a box from Nepal. This is a little something different than what we normally do. All I've done so far is open one end of the box. The box was in better shape, but I kind of got started on cutting it a little bit. This is definitely a little something different than what we normally cover on this channel. Something I ordered about 30 days ago, and like I said, just showed up today. You can get an idea of what it is there. But these are actually a pair of Kukris. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Don't at me. That I ordered from KHHI, or Khukuri House. And I've ordered two. Ordered a ceremonial, and I ordered a service, which have different levels of polish. These were listed as 2009 standard issue that they were contracted to do for the Nepalese Gurkhas. Also got a stand along with it. And then I paid a little extra to have them blessed. I'll cover that a little bit. And then they send you the scarves that were used in the ceremony, which is pretty cool. The prices on these weren't too bad. I believe I paid $65 each for them. And I did a little reading online, and supposedly the reputation on these is pretty good. Now, they're also mixed with the flowers. You can see there, and the rice that was used in the ceremony as well. So I'll probably have to clean those off the blade a little bit when they come in. Not really surprised about that part of it. Oh, okay, cool. So the flowers are here, the rice is mixed in. So there's our first blade. This is the service version. These are supposedly pretty sharp from what I understand, utility grade sharp. You can see the residue there. Looks like there's some that was packed in oil, is what it smells like. I thought maybe that might have been juice from the flowers, but I just realized I haven't been showing it on camera very well. There's number one. That is the service blade. The handles are made from horn. Then they have brass caps. It's got really good balance. Decent heft. Really light handle. I like the feel of this really well. I've never actually handled a Kukri before, so I'm yeah, impressed so far. So here's the sheath. Again, this is the service sheath. So it's not polished, and I believe this is made of buffalo hide. And then the pair, one is a sharpening knife, and one is, I believe, just a basic utility knife. So we'll move over to the parade knife. Really heavy packing paper there. Now this knife is the parade knife. It's supposed to be a much glossier appearance. A little showier than the other, which is made more for actual practical rough use. There again, we have these small flowers and rice in there as part of the ceremony. So that one there is gorgeous. Wow, that is incredible. The horn is very nicely polished. It's got a really neat pattern to it. And I can tell that even with my finger resting on the blade like that, this blade is very sharp. So, yeah, beautiful. Really, again, really nice feel on the blade. It's tape. It's not tape. I got knives or rice in the grooves there. But I wanted to get a pair that were actual issue, that were one was polished and one was not. It's my understanding now, or at least the previous couple of requests, based on what they said, both knives were polished. And obviously this is the polished one. But I wanted to have one that I could actually use when I'm out in the Jeep on the trail, and one that I could keep for display. You can see much more polished. Still very heavy, thick leather. Again, just really impressed. There's actually on this one, I don't know if you can see the red speckles on it, there's actually flower dust left on it. So one quick addition, I actually got a CD that has a video of these knives being blessed. That was part of the advertised package. So definitely looking forward to checking that out. In addition, this is something I ordered extra. This did not come with the knives by default. But we also have a wooden display stand. Actually, quite nicely made. I think the price was quite cheap on these. Yeah, it's not balsa wood or anything. Felt on the grooves. Sorry for saying so much, by the way. Now that I've said that, you're going to notice it constantly. I realize as I watched videos that I do that all the time as a filler and verbal tick, and it's not great. So that's what the ceremonial one will lay on. I should say, I keep saying ceremonial on that, the parade knife. And again, we'll go ahead and get this cleaned up and then go get the knives cleaned up. Okay, we got them all cleaned up. From what I understand, these are made from 5160 spring steel. From what I've read, the modern production Kukris, as of just a few years ago from KHHI, are CNC machined first out of the steel to get the basic knife shape, and then everything else is done by hand. The grinding, the fitment of the handles, and all that stuff, as well as the mirror polishing. So, like I mentioned before, these balance extremely well. They have a very good fluid motion, feeling very light, with some heft in the blade, very light in the grip. So I could definitely see that would be very good for, cutting back brush or something along those lines that you might need a longer utility knife or machete for. So, and I'm really impressed too, like I mentioned earlier, with just the packaging, the amount of things that they've included in with the knives as well. So yeah, it was just probably a too long of a video showing off these knives from KHHI. These are my first Kukris, so I am no expert. But like I said, these are generally well regarded online, and I really like all of the little extra attention to detail that they put into these. So I will be putting this one on display, like I said, and then this one will be stowed for utility use. In fact, I've already got some a little bit of light brush I need to go hack with this thing right after I get off of this video. But hope you enjoyed it. Misha asked me to go ahead and film this because the gun world has been a little bit slow right now. There's not been a lot of new stuff coming out, so he thought it might be kind of a neat thing. There is definitely some crossover between knife guys, which I kind of am. I know a little bit about them, and I have a few, and gun guys. So hope you enjoyed it. If you're interested in one of these, be sure to go check out KHHI. Like I said, it was 30 days from the time actually it was less than 30 days. It was 28 days from the time I ordered to the time that I actually got them in. Of course, I did have the blessing done on them as well, which is, I'm sure, probably takes a little bit of extra time, which they recorded and put on DVD for me and sent me. So if you like this type of video, please click like. Even if you don't, be sure to subscribe and go check out our backlog. We normally do gun videos, and hopefully you'll find something interesting in there to you. And if you want to support us and help us be able to get out to the range more and do more videos like this, please check out our Patreon page. We do a lot of giveaways and other little perks for members of the Patreon. So this is Jay, and I will see you again, hopefully soon, next time.